Heads up, the accessories in this video were sent to me by the brand Sonova to check them out, so not a sponsored video, but if you want to check them out, there will be some links in the description. So depending on whenever you usually get out to make content, whether it's during the day or in the evening or maybe after dark, something you should definitely have on hand in our little minimalist content creation kit is some sort of light, which is definitely why I'm excited for this next accessory, which is just this little mini RGB light. And this is a really good one. I'll be honest with you, some of the ones that I have are pretty useful, but I think this might be my favorite. And there's a couple of reasons for that, so let me show you here. So this is the light right here. And one of the things I like is the diffuser that's on here comes around all the way around the side of this top here. So it really has the full surface of the light. And it just really does a great job of diffusing the light. Whereas some of the ones have the diffuser sort of inside a little frame, and that's great and all, but it just doesn't have the same surface area that this does. So some other things that I think make this a really great light to have on hand is, of course, you got the power button back here, so let's fire this thing up. But you've got this little rotating wheel here, which I think is a really great option rather than just having some push buttons, because sometimes I can't remember what the buttons actually do or which one, toggles up and down. I don't know if I'm maybe slightly dyslexic. I don't need jokes in the comments. But yeah, for whatever reason, that's just easier to wrap my brain around. But yeah, I love that about this. So you've got, of course, this is just the standard white light. I know it kind of looks like it's changing colors. That's just the blue matte here. But it's got a temperature range on this light from 3000 Kelvin all the way up to 9000. So it pretty much covers all the spectrum you're going to need. Now, in addition to just the temperature of the light here, if you single press, you now have the brightness. And you can turn that down or all the way up here. So I really love that function. It's just easier to wrap my brain around. Now, not only do you have just the standard light option here, but you've also got some RGB options as well. So you got the power button here. Long press is going to turn it on and off, and single press is going to switch to different modes. So we'll single press here, and you'll see that that's got some flashing options here right now between red and blue. I single press that. It's going to give me a white and a blue. So you see it's just got some different patterns here. And now in this mode, the wheel is just going to be the brightness meter here. Then the one that most of you are probably going to use if you're like me, aside from just the standard light, is going to be the RGB static lights. So single press one more time, and that will get you into the RGB mode here. And now at this point, you've got it starting off with the color wheel. So that's going to change the color of these. So it's going to look a little different on my blue matte, but it's turning into like an orange. Now it's going to be turning into a red. See that kind of like a purple color. Now all the way around to blue, and so on. And then of course, once again, single press this wheel. That's going to bring up the brightness, and you can control the brightness of this. So really is pretty cool multifunctional light. It's a great size, nice and compact. It's got a nice hot shoe mount on two different sides here, but it also comes with a couple cool accessories with this. So quickly, let me show you that. So naturally, you'll have a charging cable. You're going to have a little tripod, a little mini tripod. Now this is pretty reminiscent of what you'll find with the DJI Pocket 3, and it even opens up and looks pretty similar. That's pretty cool. I definitely think that would come in handy. And what I think is also cool is you've got the 1/4 thread on the bottom where you put that tripod, and you've got this little clip mount. So you can just take this, mount it up just like that, and then you've got this little clip here. Trust me, you're gonna find somewhere to clip this.